All right, you're just in time for an Etsy unboxing all the way from France. And I find it quite laughable. I'm going to show you what I find quite laughable. It says U.S. provincial sales tax paid via Etsy, $3.66 euro, which is probably about $5 US dollars. So I had to pay sales tax to the United States government for buying something from another country. That doesn't make sense. All right, so why am I paying taxes to the U.S. for buying something from another country? I don't know. Taxation without representation. How did they say that? Taxation without representation. We should throw some more tea off the harbor. All right, so what did I get? Now, these are very expensive, and I found it for the price. Like, the price was right type of thing, but I had to buy it from France. Oh, hold on. They taped it inside the envelope. So I'm going to have to, hold on. I don't want my address there because you crack maniacs will see where I live. And I don't need any visitors, if you know what I mean. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is something that I got for, I think it was 30 doll hairs. And then it was like another $6 shipping. And then I had to pay the U.S. government taxes. So let's just say it was like $40, right? $43, right around there. And it was a hell of a deal. Well, we'll see when I open it if it's a hell of a deal. Then we're going to learn more about this, so stick with the video. I'm going to show you actual videos of the history of this stuff, and you're going to find out more, and you're going to be much wiser after watching my video. And then I'll show you the rest of my collection of the ones I've recently picked up. And here we go. Wow, they really packed this well. And I got a note from someone in France. I'm going to read it, make sure my address isn't on it. If I can only get this open, it says, okay, bonjour, Diana. Enjoy having this cross. Best wishes, love, La Belle French, La Belle French vintage. Very cool. So they got this from the flea market. Now there's this famous flea market in France, don't mind me, France, that they get really cool antique French objects d'art from. And I don't know, everyone actually travels. A lot of Americans travel there to pick up really exquisite antiques to sell here in the U.S. That's how famous this flea market is. Now, if I could ever go to Europe, that's probably one of the first places I'd want to go. Besides the Eiffel Tower and Rome and the Colosseum and all that other cool stuff. Oh, wow. All right, so we got a Micromosaic cross. She added a pretty little ribbon to it, which I'm going to remove because it's just not my thing, if you know what I mean. And so this is Micromosaic, and I've done a couple of videos on these. Actually, I had to upload some more of my recent acquisitions, but these are thousands of little tiles that are put together to make images. And okay, so it looks like easy enough. No, boys and girls, it's not easy enough. That's where we're going to go actually first learn about what this is. And these were made, this type of art was actually created during the Roman times, and they made beautiful, beautiful micromosaic images. But we have, this is a papal cross from the Vatican, and the Vatican studio artists made this. Now this is Pope Pius, and he is Pope Pius XI, which was from around, okay, so Pope Pius XI was around since 1922, died just actually in 1939, and he was very concerned about World War II. All right, so this cross is probably his Jubilee cross from 1925. It's a very, very popular, sought after cross. You want to find a pope or a papal piece from the Vatican, or something that actually is like one of their signature years. And so this was made in 1925. It is his Jubilee picture. Very, very cool. Here's the back. It's made out of brass. This is a nice, I believe, pectoral cross. You could wear it around your waist. You could wear, a nun would probably wear it around their waist, or a monk, or a friar, or a priest. It's big enough to do that. Or around your neck, which is quite cool. All right, so let's go scuttle over to a museum and find out about what micromosaics are. and how they're still made today, but they were made very many years ago. And we're going to see how they put these things together, which is an absolute marvel. Wasn't that really neat to watch how that was made? Now I'm cleaning the tiles. Now this was sitting in a flea market for God knows how long. I just cleaned this part right here that says Roma on the top. Compared to the rest, look how filthy and dusty that is. And this is brightening up really nice. I'm cleaning it with granite and stone cleaner, even though it's glass. And my Q-tip is getting mighty dirty. So I attached it to a toggle necklace, and look how beautiful it is. It is absolutely gorgeous. Let's get in there close and take a look at these mosaics. We have beautiful, beautiful, like daisy-like flowers surrounded with leaves, and another kind of reddish flower. Let's go ahead and move up here. And we have more flowers to the left and right of the Pope and to the top and bottom of the Pope with the words Roma right in there on tiles. Do you know how hard that was after seeing that video? Tell me that this is not something that's an easy undertaking. So these were never cheap. These were never cheap. Here's the Pope's photo. Let's take a look at that. And look at that. It comes out almost like a bezel. Really quite cool. If you're into collecting religious artifacts or things from the Vatican, this is really beautiful. If you're also into collecting art, this is another collectible that's for you. You don't have to be religious to collect these micromosaic crosses. They did make them in many different kinds of jewelry. You can find these pieces in brooches, rings, bracelets, photo frames, really beautiful photo frames. They are not cheap to collect, I will tell you now. A general cross like this generally retails in the $200 to $375 price range. Now with the papal photo in the center, you can add on probably at least another $50 to $100 to that price. On a good day, you can find these for about $75. On an even better day, you can find it for what I did on Etsy. Now, not many people are willing to sell it for this little. It's very hard to find these for cheap. Now, the larger crucifixes, which are like 5 inches and above, generally sell for between the $450 to $1,000 price range. Now, if you have a Jubilee medal or a Vatican Pope photo going in it, or many Pope photos going in it, you can add on at least another 30% to 40% to that price. Now, I'll show you a few others in my collection, and these are really amazing. Now, this one is from 1925. They do still continue to make them today, but what collectors are looking for are the older ones. So anything at least 75 years or older. The older, the better. The Victorian ones were utilized with smaller tiles. So the pictures were made with much smaller tiles than the tiles you see here, which is even more fascinating. So people go after the Victorian or earlier ones. Those ones can sell in the $5,000 to $9,000 to $10,000 range, even small little pieces. I have some of mine displayed in a beautiful shadow box that I put together. Let me open it up and show you some of these beautiful crosses. Okay, so I had to put my flash on. It's very dark in my house, just so you can just see these beautiful micromosaics. Now, the one in the center is the largest, worth about $800 to $1,000. We have papal medals going all throughout it with scenes of different major churches and basilicas in Rome. These were tourist pieces that were brought back from the Vatican and Rome, the Rome area. You can see these beautiful, look at the medallions. These are silver, sterling silver, well, actually 800 coin silver, which is 80% silver out of 100. We have the Pope right here, XI, or let's try to zoom in there better. That's the Pope XII, which is Pius the 12th. And if you look at these beautiful mosaics, making some kind of scene like wheat and grapes to the left and right of the papal medal. Let's scroll down. You see Jesus. This is a crucifix version because it has Jesus on it. Here are the micromosaics behind Jesus and beneath Jesus. Right there we have Roma. And then we go down this way, and here we go. We have this beautiful, I think it's one of the basilicas in Rome with the beautiful micromosaic design. Now to the left of that, let's go ahead and check it out. I have a smaller one. This one is a 3-inch crucifix with Pope Pius X. And let's go ahead and check him out. 1922 to 1939. Again, another Jubilee one. It says Roma. We have daisies. And this was made in 1925 during his Jubilee year. And I got that one for a really decent price. Now, you don't usually find them for decent prices. And then I got to the right of that. Let's go ahead and check this one out. This is a 5-inch one. And it's made with nickel-plated metal. Let's go ahead. It's a crucifix, this one. We have Jesus. And let's get in there tight. You see there's a dove above Jesus, and to the right and left we have a flower mosaic with a checkerboard design going above. Here we go, we have more flowers above. And then we go down this way and we have the Roma tile with the flowers. How old is this one? This one is an early 1900 one. It was made by Stefan Anton Stocker. It has the Stocker mark on the back. You'll find the older ones with the Stocker mark on them. And generally, they made these for so many different decades without a papal picture or medallions in the crucifix or cross. You will probably not know who made it and what year. Yeah, when I say who made it, like which pope was reigning during the making of it. And so, yeah, here we go. Let's pull ahead our purchase from France. And this was a really phenomenal deal. Let me just pull out here and give you guys a nice view. And there we go. And I turned it into a necklace. And again, it's really exquisite. If you're going to collect these, remember, you're going to have to shell out some money because this was a work of art that took a lot of time. So people appreciate these. Now, if you're going to collect one of the micromosaic brooches that are not Victorian from the 20th century, ones that are actually brooches or rings or little pill boxes or a bracelet, they are much cheaper. The crucifixes are the things in the early Victorian pieces are the ones that command these prices. Now, for a brooch, generally between $20 and $75. For a little pill box, $25 to $35, even if it's vintage. A bracelet, between $35 and $75. The bigger ones, of course, command prices that are higher. The bigger they are, the more tiles they had to use. The smaller, the less tiles and less time it took. Now, a bigger piece, like the cross behind here, could take a full day to make. So somebody sat there, it could take a day. Now, if you're doing a mural or a picture, it could take days or weeks just to make, or months just to make one. As you can see, it's thousands of little tiles having to be placed in one by one, broken off, evenly filed down. And the right colors have to be selected in order to make a picture. And it takes a lot of work to do that. And most people do not have patience for things like this. And that's why these are so coveted and sought after. Thanks for watching. See you guys all soon, and so long.